Hey guys, what's going on? It's Contrabar13 here, and today I'm going to be doing my first video on my newest channel, Conch. This is going to be a Volcano Bay tips and review video, and make sure if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, because if you like this kind of content, you'll probably also like some of my other amusement park reviews that I'll be uploading, and yeah, I'll be uploading a bunch of different stuff. Alright, so we went to Volcano Bay about a week ago, and we had an awesome time. I went with just my mom, and she doesn't really like the super intense thrill rides, but she still had a really good time. This park looks amazing, except let's get on to the review. So, first off, when you go into the park, we went in at around 1 and we left at 7, so we kind of went in at peak time. That's because the airplane got there at around 12, so we had to. But those lockers are always packed. The whole day they were packed when we went. So I would say right when you get there, go all the way to the back, use your Tapu Tapu to get a wait time for the aqua coaster, and then get those lockers, get everything settled, and then your wait time should start going down. But yeah, that's one of the longest waits in the park, so I would either pick that coaster first or get that water slide, the Koakiri, if you want to get the two longest waits in the park. So the Tapu Tapu. Alright, there's been a lot of complaints for this new technology. People have said that the wait times are atrocious, which I think is because they have too high of a capacity. They need to lower the capacity a little bit, and then maybe they can raise it like a year from now. But right now, they need to lower the capacity. It's just too packed on Saturdays, Fridays, Sundays. No one wants to pay $60 and then wait 5 hours for each ride. But overall, I think this Tapu Tapu service ban thing is one of the best new technologies for water parks. This is actually like game changing. Once they get the kinks worked out, this will be amazing, because if the wait times were shorter, you can go get a wait time and say it's 30 minutes. Alright, that's not that bad, but still, instead of waiting in line, like standing, you'd rather go in the lazy river, eat lunch, buy a locker, do whatever. And with the fact that if you already have a wait time and there's another ride that's like ride now, which means there's like no wait, you can do that while you're waiting, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I think the Tapu Tapu is great. They just need to work out the kinks, maybe lower the capacity. I'm not sure. So first I'm going to be talking about the two lazy rivers and the Waturi Beach. So the first lazy river we went in was the Te Awa Fearless River. This lazy river is probably the best lazy river I've ever been in. It goes very fast, it has rapids, it's overall just awesome. It looks great. It doesn't have any amazing looks like the cave in the Copico River, but it's still awesome. Just because the speed, you don't have to wear a life vest anymore, which definitely is an improvement, because that would have been bad. And yeah, it's an awesome lazy river. This one is also awesome, because I'd say the Copico has better views, except it's a little bit slow for me, and I feel like that one gets more packed. But lastly, there's the Waturi Beach. We did not spend very much time in this wave pool, because, I don't know, the waves are just kind of average. They're not giant waves. They can't, like, control them, I don't think. Maybe they can, but it seemed like they were the same the whole day, which is kind of choppy waves. I don't know. But it still looks fantastic, because you can see the slide at the top with the waterfalls. Oh my gosh, the volcano. No picture serves it justice. So first we did what I said you should do, so we went to the back of the park. We got a 120-minute wait for the aqua coaster, and then got a locker. So it's about down to like 100 minutes now. So we went over to the Taniwha-2s because they were right now. So we went down the green one, and then it was actually still right now. So we also went down the blue one. Both of these slides are very awesome. They're family rides that almost never build up a line. They're really cool. They're probably like one of the best family slides in the park. It's just no wait, which is again one of the best things because you can be waiting for another ride while riding this, which is awesome in my opinion. But I'm going to be giving each a rating out of 10 for family or thrill rating. So I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10, I'd say. Nice fun ride. So the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. This is definitely the star of the park. People are raving about it, saying it's the best slide in Orlando. I've not been to many water parks in Orlando, but from what I know, this is my second favorite in Orlando. I'll get to my favorite later, except this is my second favorite. It's awesome, it's long, everything about it's great, except for the wait time. That's kind of disappointing. But we actually kind of got lucky. So there was around 25 minutes left on our band, and weather closed all the rides. We thought this was awful. We thought our money was wasted. Except we had to stay because we didn't want to waste the money, and we wanted to get on some more rides. So we got ice cream. We waited about 35 minutes, I'd say. And then, boom, everything opened again. So we were right next to the ice cream place, and we started walking towards the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. But then I saw the Kala and Tainu had a ride now. These are the two drop slides on the back side of the volcano. And the blue one is actually my favorite slide in Orlando. This slide is so intense. Every single turn, the drop, all of it. There's never a dull moment in the ride. That's what I like about it. From start to finish, it's just intensity. And yeah, that ride is awesome. It actually, unfortunately, has a 200-pound weight limit. So I know that means for a lot of guests, they won't be able to ride it, because that's kind of a low weight limit for water slides. Normally it's around like 300, but yeah, it's just for safety, but it still kind of sucks. Yeah, that blue one is awesome though. But then after that, our aqua coaster was Ride Now. And by the way, my mom did not ride this because she thought it was too scary, too intense, or whatever. But she did ride the aqua coaster. We got in line. It was probably about a 20-minute wait, which is kind of long because that's not even the virtual line. But we waited for it, and it was totally worth it. Probably the best. I mean, it is the best ride there. It's just my personal preference. The blue slide on the back of the volcano is my favorite. But this is definitely their flagship ride. Goes through the volcano. Has tons of dips. You launch up those hills because of the magnets. You're flying up the hills. It's crazy. It's awesome. Pretty good for most ages. I definitely wouldn't say little kids or like elderly on this ride, but for most part, awesome ride. I give this 10 out of 10 for thrill, 10 out of 10 for thrill for this one also. So next, we went over to the Maku. It was actually a 10-minute wait, so it said. But we scanned the 10 minutes, and we were walking back to go to the bathroom, and then instantly, right now. So we were like, I don't know what to do. I guess we'll just go to the bathroom later. I don't know. But yeah, it just instantly went right now, even though it said 10 minutes. And there was no one in line. We walked straight up to the top. It's a pretty fun ride. You kind of just meander around. It's a good family ride. I give it like 7.5 on the family rating. It's a ride that I would definitely wait up to like 20 minutes for, except, I don't know, waiting like an hour for it definitely isn't worth it. The Puihi, which is the green one, is much better. But right after we finished the Maku, we got down, and now the Puihi was right now. This is all because of the storm, which made everyone leave. But then, so we went over to Puihi, we rode it. It's pretty fun, actually. The funnels are actually kind of big. I wouldn't consider it a family ride. I consider it like a thrill family mix. Except, it's really fun. It's kind of long. It's not that long, but I mean, it's long enough. And you get 2 funnels instead of 1, which is pretty awesome. I'll give this like 8 out of 10 on thrill rating. It's a good addition to the park, which one of my greatest thoughts about Volcano Bay is that every single ride I had fun on. There was not a single ride I got off of it and was like, oh, that was not worth the wait. Every ride was different and every ride was awesome. But next, after we went to the bathroom, we walked over to the Ika Moana and we saw the Honu, but we did not ride that blue one. It was at about an 80-minute wait, and my mom didn't want to ride it. And I don't know, 80-minute wait, just waiting, not really worth it, in my opinion. And I wanted to ride some rides with my mom, because I didn't want her to be super bored, because she paid for her ticket too. So, we did the Ika Moana, which, this is definitely the best family ride in the park, unless you include the Aqua Coaster in the family category. This family ride is super long. It's like the Maku, it kind of just meanders around, but it's much longer than the Maku. And I think you get a little higher on the walls. It's really fun, though. It had about a 20-minute wait for us, which I'd say is worth it. I would give it a 10 on family rating. It's a very good family slide. And then the Honu I can't rate because we didn't ride it. So next up were the Oya and Ono drop slides. My mom said she was tired, so she went over and waited by the locker. And this is around 6 o'clock, so I went over to the Oya and Ono. And the Oya was right now. The Ono was around a 20-minute wait. And I thought 2 feet is not really worth 20 minutes to me. So I just did the Oya, which these are awesome. Definitely 2 of the best slides in the park for a different experience. I've never been on something like this, and it kind of surprised me almost. The feeling you get when you fly out of that tube is kind of almost unlike any other slide at the park. It's really fun. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 on thrill rating, just because it's different. I mean, the actual slide part is not that good. It's kind of just a regular body slide, but when you fly out, it's awesome. And even though it's only 4 feet for the drop for the green one, it felt very high. Like, you can tell, you feel high up. I would say you have to be a really good swimmer. Well, not really good swimmer. You have to be a decent swimmer to ride this. So, after we rode that, I went over to check if the Koakiri, which is the giant red drop slide that goes straight down, had a lower weight, which unfortunately it said ride full. So I did not get to ride that. It was kind of disappointing. But I heard that the green and blue slides on the back with the Kalo and Tainu are actually better than that red slide, because people say Those are more intense, and they're much longer than, because they have turns and stuff, while that one's just straight down. But I went over and rode the Kala and Tainua twice because they were right now. These ones, I think this is because of the 200-pound weight limit, which is why they're right now. But I went over, I walked all the way to the top of the volcano, rode the blue one again, my favorite of the two, and it's awesome, as it was the first time. Super intense, super fun. Then I walked up again and I rode the green one. This one, even the lady working there said, is the much more intense one. It is almost too crazy. It hurt my back. Like, right when you go down here and you curve up on that turn, look how tight that turn is. But my back slammed against the bottom of the tube when I hit that turn, which kind of ruined my whole experience for the ride. It was still awesome, still super fun, but I'd give both of them a 10, except the blue is still definitely better. But for the final ride, we walked over, and I was checking these Punga racers the whole day because their weights would not go down. It was pretty much 90 minutes the whole day. I had no idea why until I got in line. But it was around 50-minute wait, which is kind of long, but it was the last ride I wanted to ride, so we went in the lazy river and waited. It shut down with about 20 minutes left. Like, it shut down for maybe 5 minutes. And it went back up fast, though. And even though it said 50 minutes, I probably only waited 30, which is what I noticed with most of the wait times. They seem to be, like, the time it actually takes seems to be shorter than the time it tells you. But I walked up to the top of the stairs, and I wasn't at the very top, but I was still kind of close, except it took like 30 minutes just to walk up like one flight of stairs. Oh my gosh, this ride has such low capacity because the two slides on the outside, I don't know if they have like less water running on them or something, but those are only for kids, like little kids. So no little kids even ride these slides. And it's basically just two people going down at a time. So, two people on a pretty long slide, actually, at a time. That's super low capacity. Definitely lowest capacity in the park. Takes forever to ride this. And it's still really fun. I'd give this a 9 out of 10 on thrill. You go way up on the sides. Like, I was actually scared I was going to fall over because I was going so high up on the sides. And, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I went on the orange one, which was pretty good. But here's my overall thoughts on Volcano Bay. I think this water park will be considered the best water park in the United States once the lines, the crowds die down. I don't think people have really experienced how good it is unless you go on a day where it's rainy. Because once the lines are down, this place is just awesome. The theming is outstanding. I'd say it's on the level of the two Disney water parks, but not on the level of, like, Disney amusement parks. But it's on the level of, like, Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. Because of the volcano. The volcano just looks outstanding. And the staff is good. Everything's good. The palm trees look cool. There's good theming, good staff, good food, good slides. There's nothing bad about it except for the wait times. And I've heard some complaints about, other stuff like weight limits and overbooking and tons of different stuff. But once they work the king side, this will be amazing. The kids area is awesome looking. Looks like the best kids area I've ever seen. So that should be good for the kids because most of the slides are actually more thrilling than the average water park. I've only been to one other like major water park. I've been to plenty of water parks like Six Flags water parks and some like Wet n Wilds and stuff. But the only other water park that I've been to that people consider a top 3 water park in the U.S. is Holiday World Splash and Safari, which I actually thought I had a better time at Volcano Bay than I did there. Although that Holiday World might have better slides, the overall aspect of Volcano Bay is just amazing. That is why I would have to give this park a 10 out of 10 on like water park rating. I think this will be the best water park in the US, as I stated. I don't think it will in the world because there's amazing parks like Siam Park and some other ones across the world, like that one in the Bahamas, Atlantis. That one looks pretty outstanding, just because the theming. And, yeah, the Tapu Tapu is great also. I love the Tapu Tapu. I think that's what, like, pushed it over the edge for me, over Holiday World, was the Tapu Tapu. But, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you'd like more amusement park reviews. I'll probably be playing some other games now and recording it. I'm probably going to do reviews of every Disney park, both Universal parks, and I might just do every park I've been to, but that'd be a long series. Except if you guys give good feedback, I'll make sure to do that. Alright. As always, this is it. Peace from Country Bar 13.